So today we have organized a very important seminar, as important workshop, as explained by Captain Basin. And we wanted to do this seminar for last 4 or 5 months after the last monsoon, where we had several incidents happen during the around Indian coast. I think finally we are here today, thanks to the efforts of Captain Harinder and Captain Anis Joseph, with the support of CMMI and World Maritime University Association, and we are here. So this is not only for just share the information, and this workshop we cut out some of important tasks for all the participants and experts to deliberate and to suggest how to proceed further, so that in Indian coast we could respond to any emergencies swiftly, and all the salvage services are done in an efficient manner. So that is the objective of this workshop. So before proceeding, I have just few slides just for your updating information. There are various speakers here who will be talking about the very major incident like Maersk, Frankfurt, and all other incidents happened recently around Indian coast and beyond also. But I'm just going to talk about one or two incidents just to create awareness of what is happening, what kind of activities are happening around the Indian coast. That's the reason I prepared few slides. So this is the incident which I think some of you may be aware about motor tanker Dolphin. This is a crude oil tanker which was coming from, I think, Singapore. It was passing by in Indian coast actually. It was not supposed to come to Indian port. But on it had some blackout, all generators stopped, and there's a total power failure on board. So it has happened actually much beyond Indian coast, well beyond Indian coast. It has happened on 27th of May 2024, but neither the owner nor the manager is informed such a thing has happened. The vessel was drifting close to the shore actually. On 1st June, that is the first day of the southwest monsoon, vessel dropped anchor 16 miles off New Mangalore, citing emergency. There was no permission obtained. So that means from 27th May to 1st June, almost 4-5 days, vessel was drifting. The owners and managers were fully aware their vessel is a disabled vessel, but neither made any effort to arrange for any tug to assist the vessel, nor contacted the authorities. And the Indian Coast Guard was continuously informing the owners to take the vessel away from the coast, but they can't take it because the vessel engine failed. But important thing what I need to highlight, emergency can happen to ship at any time. But as a responsibility of the owners and managers to raise the issue to the authorities and arrange for assistance. So it was a calculated move by the owners to bring the vessel close to the Indian coast and drop anchor. And they were planning to use some fishing boat to send the spares to the vessel. In the monsoon, we all aware, in southwest monsoon, no fishing boat can go outside. Small crafts cannot venture outside. So there was a lot of, objection raised by the Coast Guard and Indian Navy and by us that why this vessel came and anchored here. So we were in touch with managers and owner continuously. And then finally, when we contacted the owners, there was a manager who is operating from India actually. This manager is based in India, but owned by some other Gulf countries. This vessel was purchased by the owner just few days back. The first voyage, they are bringing vessel to the Gulf country where they experienced this issue. And then we had to contact the Hull and Machinery insurer. Now there is when we contacted a PNI is luckily was an approved insurer from the DG Shipping. I don't want to name them. So then we asked the PNI. PNI said, no, this matter is not belong to PNI. It is a matter of Hull and Machinery because they have to arrange the towing it's a towing services. Then we told PNI, this is the 16 miles from the, Mangalore coast. In a similar case, previous year the vessel drifted and went aground in Mangalore. That vessel is still aground in Mangalore, Princess Miral with the cargo, and it could not be removed till date. So we said if the vessel is here, it will drift. The monsoon was just picking up. It will drift and get aground in the coastline. Then there will be a disaster. There will be definitely, it was carrying a bunker fuel. It's a tanker also. We told PNI to immediately, you must take a preventive action. So there was a communication between a PNI owner, whether is it a PNI issue or is it a Holland machinery issue. See, after a lot of pressure, because the PNI approval was also getting due, we forced the PNI, no, you have to arrange the tug. Just to highlight, there was no tug was available in this entire region to assist the vessel. The one tug has to go from Mumbai to the Mangalore. So that has happened, you can say, after almost 10 days. 9th June, one tug arranged from Mumbai. And then generator repair, they could do the repairs. When the spares and technician went there, they could do the repairs. After repairs completed also, New Mangalore port was hesitant to allow the vessel inside. Because if they come inside, many times what happened, there are claimants, they file a suit in the court and get the vessel arrested. Because they may be having some other dues with the various parties. It has happened in the past. With our persuasion, and then we have asked the New Mangalore port to please allow the vessel inside so that they could complete the repair and proceed further. So they came inside, and then you will not believe the vessel had to stay for 1 month in New Mangalore port to do the repairs. So this vessel was certified by a reputed classification society. They just surveyed the vessel 1 month before, and when the owner purchased. After coming here, again it has to do repair for another 1 month. So there was a lot of apprehension by the port authority. The owners could not pay the port charges for additional stay. And then with our persuasion, then finally, they paid the money, the owners paid the money to the port and sailed out. The reason why I am highlighting is this incident could have become a disaster, similar to what happened to the Princess Miral, which is still aground, and there are so much of litigation and claims are happening about the, when the incident happened, nobody came. No owner came forward to attend to the vessel, but after 4 years, now owners are there, cargo owners are there, everybody is saying it is my property, you give it to me. They wanted, they wanted a vessel to be given to them, cargo to be given to them, but nobody came at the time of the incident. So anyway, the matter is under litigation now. The purpose of telling this to all the industry stakeholder is southwest monsoon in Indian coast is the most dangerous situation. Because we can't take chance. The manager, despite being an Indian manager, he was very well aware that nothing can be done in southwest monsoon. He told the vessel to come close to the Indian coast and I will arrange the spares by fishing boats and all. So he could have directly arranged some tug from anywhere. Like if he arranged 27th incident happened, tug is arranged. Within few days, by first tug would have reached there. The entire problem could have been solved. So here, why I am highlighting is that every incident we are facing this issue, PNI is pointing towards Holland Machinery is pointing towards PNI. But as far as India is concerned, we recognize only PNI club and we will ensure that all the responsibility rests with the PNI only. In case of, if there is a threat to oil pollution, if there is no threat of oil pollution, then yes, that is not an issue. So my request to all the operators, managers to take the, don't bring any vessel which are unseaworthy along the Indian coast. So there will be stringent action will be taken if such incident happen. That is the reason I am highlighting it. Because this has led to similar incidents happen subsequently also, I will tell you. This is another incident. Tug Ocean Sachel. Vessel came aground, grounded near Alibag. Just, the pristine beaches of Alibag, vessel grounded. Again in monsoon. It is in 21st June. The 1st June was the Dolphin, 21st June was the Ocean Sachel. I can say there are 13 incidents happened within 4 months of monsoon, from June to September. 13 incidents around the Indian coast. Some are small, some are major. But I must say that with the effort, continuous monitoring and efforts of our DigiCom Center and ETV, Every incident was handled nicely, though there were continuous friction and discussion, follow-up meeting with the various authorities, there was no pollution. Every incident was successfully resolved. This vessel also refloated and brought to the shore. So all incidents were handled very nicely thanks to Captain Harinder and entire DGCOM team, and with the able guidance of our Directorate General of Shipping, that we could resolve all the situation. But in the next monsoon, we don't want such a situation to happen again. That is how we have arranged this workshop. Okay. So you will see here this vessel. It is a small tug. Again, it is an Indian owner. The certificate is expired at the time of incident. The vessel sailed out from Tuticorin to Mumbai. They know that monsoon has already started, you know. So despite the fact that monsoon is started, no towing is allowed on Indian coast. The vessel brought on, it was actually towing a barge. Interestingly, the barge was drifted away. Barge owner went and immediately picked up the barge separately, because there was a new barge. So he arranged some tug and he towed away the barge quickly. But this tug owner is a small time, maybe actually our mariner, one of the mariner, 2-3 mariner joined together to purchase the tug. So they couldn't respond. There is extreme pressure from the Coast Guard. He is just standing near the Alibag beach. So you can see the impact it had. But anyway, but there also that they managed to remove the oil. Luckily, this was not having any fuel oil. So that is why we didn't raise much of an alarm. But the diesel oil, they could remove it by the local resources. You can see that the photographs and all. So they could just pump out the diesel and taken off. But after removing the oil, the vessel was remain the same place for almost 3 months till the end of monsoon. But during the monsoon, nothing can be done in Indian coast. That is what I wanted to tell all the ship owners. Though you may be a very big ship manager handling thousands of ships, if you are not familiar with the Indian coast, Indian monsoon, then you will face a serious issue here. Okay, so that is what I wanted to highlight in this through this seminar. So this again, the oil was removed and then the vessel was brought back. Here no international salver was involved. It's a small tug. They could refloat themselves by the local agency, and they brought the vessel back to Mumbai. Okay. The JSW Raigad, I think there will be a detailed presentation here. We have requested the owners as well as the salvers here. There were a lot of disagreements. Contract was terminated. Despite the fact, those things happen, we called both of them here. See, as a professional, we will have to discuss the issue and find the way forward. So, because you will not believe that Salvage contract was, contract was terminated because there was a delay in removal of in this operation. But still, the owners are here. They will share the experiences in detail here. So I don't want to spend much time. But this incident I highlighted for towards the ship and pump out the oil, but nothing could work out because they didn't realize the severity of the monsoon. In monsoon, you can't do these things here. Nobody can approach the vessel. Okay. And from the day one, we were telling, myself and Captain Mohit, we were telling you, please pump out the oil through the hose. You just connect a long hose and pump out. But that was, maybe it was not considered. Finally, they had to pump out only by hose only, a small pump. They almost 10-15 days wasted by all these things. And then they brought the booms. In monsoon, you can't reach the booms. The booms will be teared apart and thrown away immediately. In the rocky shore, what will you do? It will be high tide, you will have water. It is a rock actually, So the booms will not work here. All those cleaning material will not work. So we had a discussion with Coast Guard also. We say if such an incident happens here, we have absolutely no means to clean up the pollution, oil pollution here in the rocky shores. That is the situation right now. Only other than the shore cleanup, we can't do any preventive action. That is the terrain is such and weather is such in this region. See, finally, there is a long hose was connected more than I think, maybe I think 500 meter long or 1 kilometer long, and oil was pumped out to a tank actually. It was heavy fuel oil actually, So now we have told the owners that see why this incident is happening on this vessel, because there was a engine power is not adequate here. This vessel, though it's a vessel was on ballast, these vessels were so-called Indian coastal vessel notification and river sea vessel notification and all. The engine power is not adequate during monsoon. They are not able to operate. They are not able to meet meet the weather condition. So this incident is happening frequently. So now I think we have sensitized the owners with, I think they will have to make some weather window and operate only during the window. So finally, why I discuss this, during this seminar, we want to address this 4 key questions we want to discuss. Okay. So first point is, should we mandate all vessels passing through Indian EEZ have a P&I insurance from IG group or non-IG approved by the Government of India? That is the first point. Any vessel, currently we have port entry rules. Any vessel coming to Indian port must have a insurance. But we are facing maximum incident by vessel passing through the Indian EEZ, not by even the Maersk Frankfurt was passing through Indian EEZ. You know. So we are facing an issue with every year. The Princess Miral, again the same case. It was a non-approved insurer. See, another thing I just wanted to highlight. Every agency wanted to come and immediately attend if you have a valid insurance. Even a tug provider or any agency, they are ready to come immediately, provided you have a proper insurance cover. So now our maximum traffic is passing through the Indian EEZ, where there are some vessels are operating with substandard insurance. We will have to discuss, and we will be, if there is an agreement and everybody thinks that yes, it is required. So finally we have to take a call on national interest. That is the only thing which is supreme, because 95% of the owners are following all rules and regulations, remaining 5% only creating the problem. Next is, which we have learned is, we have our oil pollution cleanup arrangement is not adequate during monsoon season. We have absolutely nothing. We just wait till the monsoon ends. Okay. I think those who are here, a lot of experts are here, they know very well, they are on the ground. So that also we have to find out some method, how do we tackle the oil pollution during monsoon, what kind of tools and equipments are required. The typical booms and skimmers and all is not working, you know, and you can't even approach the ship also. And third point, again, is related to first point, that should we mandate all the vessels to have a mandatory tie-up with the agency having shore-based response for firefighting, emergency towing, salvage, and pollution response. Some countries already have it, we don't have it. But I think we will be forced to do that if things are not happening the way it should be. And last, see, if a third point can happen only if you have more salvage companies in India. We can mandate, provided you must have a salvage companies in India. So we need to discuss how to promote Indian salvage companies and to encourage leading international firms to set up facilities. And there are, I must say that the leading firms have experts from India. They are all Indian experts, but they are not Indian companies. I just glanced through the International Salvage Union. There are 55 leading salvage companies, none of them from India. But there are various Indian experts are on those. So we wanted the companies to set up an Indian entity here, set up base at least 2-3 facilities in East Coast and West Coast. So once you have a facility, then we can tell the owners to have a tie-up with that, or if you tell the owners to tie up, then you will have to come here. So these are the points we want to discuss with the wider audience, with the experts, service providers, industry, and there will be a panel discussion in the evening, so we can summarize what is we will weigh the pros and cons. It is not that we have already decided we are going to come out with a circular, but these are all things which we need to take into consideration and take a call very quickly, because we don't want any incident in next monsoon season. Even if there is an incident, we should be able to respond proactively. Okay, and the Maersk Frankfurt, I think I must thank Indian Coast Guard for their services. And the Navy did a rescue of, in case of Prestige Falcon, off Oman coast, they did a search and rescue. So you will not believe this, so many search and rescue activities and response being done by Indian Navy and Coast Guard. So which is not happening anywhere in the world. I can tell you there are 2-3 incidents, there are some search and rescue happening in, I think, off Hong Kong. There was no success. And off Singapore State also, there was no success. But as far as Indian Coast Guard and Indian Navy, they managed to rescue maximum number of persons. I sincerely, thank Indian Coast Guard. With your presence, actually, we feel very comfortable in issuing any orders or any directions, which you are always helping the Indian Maritime Administration to, function effectively, sir. Thank you very much. And with this, this is the purpose of this workshop. I just wanted to highlight it. So let us discuss it openly, freely, so that we can come out with some viable and workable solution for the overall betterment of Indian maritime community and ensuring that our Indian interests are protected. Thank you very much.